We are getting all of the tea this afternoon. We're getting a little sip of summer that Justin said is slowly making its way here. But we're with Kahleeah Washington of WILX Teas. How are you this afternoon?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling a little dehydrated today, so I think
got what you need.
I
got what you need.
Exactly. So as the owner of WILX Teas, I want to get to the story behind the sip. You actually relocated to Lansing post-college.
Yes.
And you went from a career in urban planning to now entrepreneurship. Tell me how that happened.
Yeah, so it actually goes hand in hand. In the urban planning field, I work as a community economic development specialist.
Okay.
So I already work with a lot of business incentive resources. I work with other entrepreneurs on a day-to-day.
Okay.
And so it just felt right for me to go into my own endeavor of doing a small business, just because I had that knowledge and support in my back pocket.
Love that. Awesome. So you already had the resources, you already had the knowledge of what it takes to put together a business,
Yes.
which is awesome. And that's how we've created what we have right here. But tell us, how are your teas different from what we normally see on the grocery store and on the shelves?
Yeah, so usually when you have a sweet tea brand, they're just using basic black or green tea, artificial sweeteners, you know, syrups instead of natural fruit. So how we differentiate ourselves is when we brew our sweet teas, we brew it with fresh fruit and herbs, and then we sweeten with agave. And so instead of using traditional sugars, we use agave because it's naturally 2 times sweeter than table sugar, and it has a lower glycemic index than sugar. So by using agave, we're working to help prevent those major blood sugar spikes that you may experience with other fruity beverages out in the market.
Yeah, and that is so important because a lot of times we opt for tea instead of coffee or other drinks because we think it's healthier.
Yeah.
But that is amazing that you've been able to craft that and still be able to have that sweetness, but not all that sugar that kind of damages us.
Yeah.
So talk to us about more of those health benefits that we can gain from your tea.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, most sweet teas usually just use black or green tea. We incorporate more medicinal herbs like red raspberry leaf, hibiscus, butterfly pea flower, and so those come with their own benefits in and of itself. And then we also add the benefits of the fruit that it's brewed with. And so we can add those extra vitamins and antioxidants that you need. And then also from the herbs, we get things like respiratory and reproductive support, things like that you don't traditionally get from your traditional sweet teas.
I love that. So with that being said, you've been able to craft so many different flavors. Can you walk us through what you have here on the table?
Yeah, so we have our raspberry pomegranate drink, and then also our blackberry iced tea, which is a very lightly sweetened tea, and then our pineapple hibiscus, which is a fan favorite for sure.
Pineapple, let me tell you, that is my thing. You even have a mango flavor as well.
Yes,
I saw that on the website. Those are my 2 favorites.
I'm waiting for mangoes to get a little cheaper, wait for that season to come, and then they will be out and ready for you guys. And our berry tea, which incorporates strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries. And then also, once again, our pineapple hibiscus, just in a different size.
Love that. And also, talk to us about the trial and error process that got you here. Because I know sometimes the first time you mix something together, it's not always perfect. But how did you get to this point?
Yeah, so when I first started making the teas, I was just throwing something together. And then I utilized my friends and family as my taste testers. So I'll always just kind of try new flavors, test with the sweetness level, make sure it's not too much or too little of sweetness, and they will be my very honest critiques.
Very honest.
Yes, they will let me know if it's it or if it's not it. So I utilize who I have around me.
Yeah, family is definitely the best way of doing that. And speaking cooking and baking, does that run in the family?
Yeah, so my mom actually has her own treat and bakery business. So I kind of watched her go through the creative process of having a business where you're creating a product like this and what that entails. She's actually the person that suggested the name WILX Tea. So she's like my creative director in that aspect, at least.
I love that. Well, with that being said, of course, we can use you for catering as well this summer for barbecues and picnics. We have that information right here on the screen. But until then, let's do a cheers. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we're going to keep things sweet this season after the holiday weekend.